Okay, so now you successfully got access to the Wi-Fi you've been hoping to get access to, and you're now inside the network. But right now, you got the question, okay, I got access, and now what can I do with this access that I have? Well, this is what I'm gonna ask. This is what I'm gonna answer today. Okay, so we can come here, right? We call it on wireless attack. We already did these wireless attacks. So now we want to do what we call information gathering. So that is what we're gonna do. We want to identify some different things right here. Alright, so I'm going to be doing some scans, some discoveries, and a whole lot of this. So we can open our terminal here, and the very first thing is to recognize what or where we are standing by doing if config. Now we actually look at a wireless adapter and know that this is the address that we have, this is the address we possess. So I'll just go a sudo here. And right now I want to discover other devices on the network. So I do net discover minus range. So this is how we get this information. You just say IPA. So minus interface. Let's start with minus interface, right? The interface you wanna use is VLAN 0, and then the range. You're going to find the range right here. This is the range. Copy the selection and paste the selection right there, and you're gonna press enter. So now it's going to scan, and it's going to tell us all the devices connected. Wait, I feel like that is connected. So these are the devices which are connected on the network, and you can actually see them. You can actually see them right there. All right, so good, isn't it? Yeah, it's so good. And now we can actually say Control C. So now we actually know the devices which are connected on the network. Let me clear the screen. So there's another tool that we can use which is called BetaCare. Let's say BetaCare minus iFace VLAN 0. So this one is a whole big tool that has got a lot of stuff. So you can say help. And once we say help, we can actually see these modules, and the one which is running is events stream. But I'm interested in net.recon and net.pro so that we can actually see the device on the network. So let me show you something. Let me exit here, and then let me clear the screen again. Let me say net.show. You can actually see that we got these two devices, which are my wireless adapter here and the gateway here, of which I don't want to use that only. I want to see other devices, so I can say net.recon on. So it's gonna start doing some reconnaissance, scanning for devices and getting them. We can also say net.probe on. Wow, that is great. And now we got that set, and now we can actually say net.show. you can see that we got a device here which we just lost, which is that one. And when you say net.show, you can actually see it's back. So we got these ones and this one. And this one is the name of the machine, which is my desktop PC, which I'm using right now. So it actually saw those devices on the network and their MAC addresses. Wow, that's interesting. So now I can just exit, but we will probably use BetterCap again because it has got a lot of things that we really want to use in the network right there. So I can clear the screen like that. And now I now know these devices which are on the network, but I want to know what are they doing on the network? What are they up to, right? So let's just okay, let's just use the tool code nmap. Say nmap that. So on nmap you can do what we call a ping scan tool, which is -sn. You can do a ping scan to discover the devices on the network too. So you can say nmap minus T4 is for the speed, and then the ping scan, and then you can just put the range, and it's gonna scan for the devices which are on the network too. So we can wait for it. But that's not the main reason why I opened my nmap. You can see that nmap has got a lot of modules that you can use. All right. So you can see that we got these IP addresses 102, 100, and 101, of which last time when we saw that we noted that 102 was my desktop here. So my desktop right here is, let me just start the Apache server. Now the Apache is up, and I want to see whether nmap can actually see that uh, there is port 80 and port 443 open. So I'll say nmap minus T4 minus um minus V, or maybe let's just say minus T4 only. And my goal is to we managed to map the devices on the network, but now we are wondering what are those devices doing on the network. So and then we're gonna put the IP address. Let's just press that. This is 100, and then I'm gonna press enter. Wait a little bit and see it as it does its magic. Okay, once it does that, we can actually, oh, there you go. So you can now see that we just got these spots open. Okay, that's service 480, 435, 445, all this. So we are gathering all this information just because you went on the network, and it's very interesting. And now here we are. But right now, somebody might ask, okay, we just got this information, but we really want to know more about it, isn't it? So NMP has got a very large amount of scripts, and modules that you can actually use for your information gathering on the network. But those are not the only tools you have. And there are some sniffing and spoofing tools here, or these educate exchange or whatever. And I will do some as time goes by. But for the meantime, I guess this is the basic that you really needed so that you can use all whenever you get on a network, you can start scanning. So now let's just put the scan, make it more interesting. Same as V for verbals, so it's gonna have a verbals check, and you can just see it. And you're gonna note that the information here is going to be a little bit advanced than the information that you just got here. But this one also is very handy. I just know that on port 445 you got Microsoft TS and stuff. So now it's up pinging and it's actually logging each and everything that's happening. All right. Oh, that was the verbose one. It's not quite different though. Just that it was logging each and everything there. Wow. So that was it. So you can just go and play around with these tools whenever you go on a network. You discover some devices on the network, you try and scan them and see what are they up to, and at times you can actually look for the services. And once you get the services, you can actually search for those services online to check whether they are vulnerable or whatever, or just getting the information about them. Alright, so let's just make this more interesting. So we said minus b, and we can also put minus a so that we can actually see what version is running or whatever on these devices, right? So let's just press enter. So now it's logging each and everything, and it's going to check also for some open ports, and then it's going to check for the version of the open port. Alright, what I really love about NLP is you can even check for the OS type which is running these things, or which the one you are scanning. You can actually know that, oh, this is a Windows server, oh, this is a Linux server. And all that information will work as time goes by. Isn't that interesting? Mm, okay, we're gonna just wait for it for a little bit. Yeah, this is a long scan, you know, and it's gonna, all right. So now you can see that the scan has got a lot of information now. Look, so running page, put 8 right there. You're running port 8, which is the service HTTP, and the version. Look, we actually got the version, and it's running Windows 64 and OpenSSL with PHP that, and go to so look at that, the dashboard. And wow, in the supported methods, look, get help, post open. Look at all this. all this information. 443, it's running HTTP localhost. Wow, wow, man, this is information which is quite very, very handy. But for that, all right. So we got a lot of information, and now look at the whole script, the host script. Look, it's looking at the computer itself. So we're getting all this information, yet we are not on the machine, but we are getting it because we are on the same network. Like the machine will be probing all this information to the router and whatever, and then we are now asking it to tell us too. And so wow, that's so interesting. And thank you so much. Hopefully, you just got an insight, and you're gonna do that when you go or wherever you're gonna be. Just try that and discover some device on the network and try to scan the device on the network. What are they up to? What are they doing? And to meet you again.